And Yako, even though Miami lost to Ohio State 3-2 and Indiana in overtime 3-2 last weekend, you said the team is playing good hockey. What are they doing well specifically right now?
I think they're doing a lot of we're doing a lot of good things. I think the number one thing that we're doing very well is competing. We're competing. We're playing to win. We we are working very hard on the field. We're working very hard off the field, like getting ready for the games. I mean, the team is focused. They know this is hard. They know that it takes a lot of intensity and a lot of hard work, but they're committed to do that. So that's the best thing that you can ask your players to do, and is to be committed to the program and to be committed to compete all every day. Um, More specific on the field, I think that our press is working. I mean, like we're playing with a lot of young players. We're playing with a lot of freshmen in the field constantly, and and they have already understood the way that we set up the press and where we're looking in the setup. Um, Also, like with the ball, I mean, our ball movement is incredible. We have very skillful players. We have very fit players, and they have been able to put this on the play. And really, I mean, we lost against Ohio State 3-2, as you mentioned, and the possession was 50-50. I mean, we calculate these numbers, and we know that it was 50% possession. I mean, like that was an even game for the majority of the time. I think Ohio State, and just to be clear, I think Ohio State deserved the win, and I think that they play a great second half, and they put us in a lot of problems, especially during the first 20 minutes of the second half, and they deserve the win. But I do believe that, you know, we compete against Ohio State, and we were challenging the possession of Ohio State, and at the end of the game, it was a 50% each against Indiana. Against Indiana, in my opinion, we control the ball very well. We move the ball very well. We create many opportunities. We get into their attacking in our attacking 25 constantly. We haven't seen the final stats about possession, but um, I'm pretty confident to say that we possess the ball more than Indiana. Um, so there's a lot of great things coming out of the team. Like I mentioned before, we have a lot of freshmen adding a lot to the team, and that is giving us a lot of fresh legs and energy during the game. So many reasons to stay optimistic and positive.
You open up conference play this weekend with games at Ohio and Appalachian State. How are you preparing your team to open conference play?
I think we have been preparing the team for at least a year to get into this point of the season. Um, Competing against great teams like Indiana, Ohio State, Boston University, UMass Lowell. I mean, you mentioned anyone in our schedule is what get you ready. I mean, like believing in the process and what we do every day. That's what it gets you ready to play the game. Uh, I'm not planning to do anything different this week because we play Ohio University. Uh, I mean, it's one more game, and that's the way to face it. We understand is relevant and how important the game is because it is a conference game. But in terms of the process, the process is the same. It's about showing up every day to get better. It's working very hard, watching video to see where we can improve and how we develop our strengths. And again, it's the same routine that you do. It doesn't matter if you play number one in the nation or you play number 78. I mean, like the process and the routine is always the same.
What are you looking to accomplish as a team this weekend?
Keep playing great hockey. I mean, like that's all I ask my players is to keep working hard, keep competing, keep working hard, keep focused and be loyal to our game philosophy and the ideas that we're implementing on the game. That's all that I ask and I demand my players and I demand my staff and I demand myself. It's like just keep working hard. The result will come, hopefully, but we cannot we cannot focus in the scoreboard. I mean, like, we cannot get fooled by the scoreboard. Sometimes you get fooled because you win games that you don't deserve to win games, and it's even more dangerous because then you don't see the areas where you have to improve. And sometimes you get fooled because you're playing great hockey, but the results are not coming. I think that like in the last 4 games, that's what we see. I mean, like, we're playing great hockey. We're not coming with the final result. I mean, all the games are very extremely close. I mean, like, 2-3 goal difference in a field hockey game is nothing, and we're losing games in overtimes constantly, or we're losing games for 1 goal different. I mean, we're right there. We just have to keep insisting. We just have to keep believing in what we're doing and just keep working hard.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Paula, last weekend Miami lost 2 well-played games. What can the team learn from these contests?
I think we played 2 very good games. We just couldn't finish. So I just think we have to work on like getting the ball in the goal and just finishing. But like, we had possession in the games. We did a lot of good things. So we're happy with the games. We just have to put the ball in.
So what specifically did the team do well last weekend that you'd like to see continue in your games this upcoming weekend?
I think we did a lot of good things. We had possession. We moved the ball in the back. We were able to like get to like their attacking 25. It's just like as I said before, we just have to finish. And I think we've been doing good.
That's good. So this upcoming weekend, you start your conference play. You have Ohio and Appalachian State. How is it different playing in a conference game versus non-conference games?
I don't think it's that different. It's just their conference games, and we all know it. So we know we have to win them. But it's the same as any other game. Like, we always play to win. So I don't think we have to do anything different. We just have to keep going and like keep doing what we've been doing so far.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.